When the message arrived, it had only 5 words. No human ever returned. Yet they still chose me, maybe because I was reckless, or maybe because they knew I wouldn't say no. The planet was marked as Level 0 survivability, storms of metal dust, creatures that sensed fear, nights colder than death. No signals ever came back, but I wasn't allowed to refuse. So I strapped on my camera, the only thing they said might document my final hours, and stepped out of the ship. What I filmed wasn't death. It was something the galaxy has been hiding from humans. For centuries my name is Aaron Vale, Exploration Unit 7. Though most people simply called me the one who doesn't listen to warnings. That reputation was the only reason they picked me for this mission. A dozen probes had vanished. 3 crews never returned. Every attempt to scan the planet came back corrupted with static. As if something down there was alive enough to jam the universe itself. The briefing room smelled like fear the day they gave me the assignment. The scientist across from me didn't even try to hide the tremble in his hands. Vale, this isn't a scouting mission. I raised an eyebrow. Then what is it? A retrieval. Something is down there. Something we didn't authorize. And we need proof. It was the way he said we didn't authorize that stuck with me. Humans authorized everything in this region, so who or what was working without permission? The ship shook the moment we entered the planet's atmosphere. My camera flickered, then stabilized. Every warning light on my suit lit up at once. The clouds were metallic, literally shredded metal dust swirling like a storm of knives. The ship's hull screamed as we broke through, but somehow, it held. We landed on black soil that shimmered with tiny moving grains, like the ground was breathing. The air was thick, almost aware. My boots sank half an inch before settling. That wasn't soil, it was something softer, almost warm, almost alive. I hit record. Vale, we lost your vitals for a second. Command said in my ear. Still in one piece, I replied, scanning the horizon, though I don't know how long that will last. The landscape stretched endlessly, spires of crystal rising like broken ribs from the ground, each humming faintly. The sky was a deep violet, streaked with electric blue veins that pulsed like a heartbeat. Then I saw it, footprints. Human footprints. Fresh. Once my breath froze inside my helmet. Command. Someone was here recently. That's impossible, they whispered. The last crew vanished 4 years ago. Well, unless they're ghosts, wear size 11 boots. I don't think they vanished. I followed the trail, the camera recording steadily as the terrain shifted from black soil to smooth, polished stone. The footprints ended at the mouth of a cavern carved perfectly symmetrical, like a doorway designed for something taller than us. Inside, the air changed. It wasn't just breathable, it was warm, gentle, almost welcoming. My suit sensors went silent, as if the environment had taken control. That should have scared me. It didn't. It felt familiar. For reasons I couldn't explain, lights flickered along the walls. Not bulb-made, but grown bioluminescent veins that glowed as I moved. The deeper I went, the louder the hum became, until it felt like walking inside a living organism. Then I heard it. A voice, not alien, human. Aaron, you made it? I froze. The camera shook as my hands tensed. A figure stepped from the shadows, dirty, thin, pale, but undeniably human. Captain Lyra Maddox, the missing leader of the crew sent 4 years ago. You're alive, I whispered. Alive, but not the same. Her eyes glowed faintly with that same bioluminescent blue running through the cave walls. What happened to you? What happened to the others? She shook her head. Not here. Follow me. They're listening. I demanded. She didn't answer. The deeper we walked, the more I noticed the walls pulsing with our footsteps, like the whole planet was responding to our presence. Then we stepped into a massive chamber, a cathedral-like space with floating orbs of light drifting through the air. It was beautiful, terrifyingly beautiful. These aren't caves, she said softly. They're roots. Roots of what? The planet? I blinked. The entire planet is alive, aware, and ancient. She pointed at a giant structure in the center, a spiral column glowing with shifting symbols. This is what they wanted us to retrieve, the core memory. I approached the structure, recording everything. The symbols danced, rearranging themselves the moment my hand neared it, forming patterns that looked almost like DNA, human DNA. It knew you were coming, she whispered. It knew humans were coming. Then the ground shook. A deep rumble vibrated through the chamber. Maddox grabbed my arm. We have to leave. You triggered a response. Response from what? The planet. It thinks you're waking it. Before I could react, a wave of energy blasted across the chamber, not destructive, but probing, like a mind touching another mind. My camera crackled but kept recording. The lights pulsed rapidly, syncing to my heartbeat. Then I felt it. A presence, curious, ancient, focused entirely on me. Whispers filled my head. Images flashed humans on distant worlds. Humans fighting, surviving, evolving faster than any species should. The presence wasn't afraid. It was impressed. Maddox dragged me toward a tunnel. Move. It's testing you. Testing how strong humans have become. The ground split open behind us, revealing veins of glowing light that chased us through the passage. It wasn't attacking, it was analyzing, measuring our speed, our fear, our resilience. We burst out of the cavern into the open air. The sky above had changed. The blue veins had converged overhead, forming a swirling vortex. My camera captured every second as the light descended like a spotlight around me, and then the planet spoke, not with words, but with a message that burned into my mind. Humans, evolved, dangerous, ready. The vortex collapsed, sending a shockwave across the landscape. Maddox shielded her face. I held the camera steady as the terrain around us transformed, the soil rearranging into smooth platforms, the crystals bending like they were bowing. The planet wasn't warning us away, it was welcoming us, recognizing us, preparing us for what I didn't know. Then a blinding sphere of light rose from the ground and launched itself into the sky. Breaking through the atmosphere, my ship's sensors beeped wildly. Vale, what was that? Command yelled. I stared into the sky. Something woke up, and it's heading toward human space. Maddox stepped beside me. We triggered it. The others tried, but only humans like you could wake it fully. What does it want? I whispered. She looked at me with glowing eyes. To see what humans become next. The planet hummed beneath my feet, almost like approval. The camera kept recording, capturing the final moment as the sky opened again, this time revealing something massive descending toward us. A vessel, alive, grown from the planet itself, and shaped, almost like a human hand reaching out. The last thing the camera captured was my whisper. This wasn't a death mission, it was an invitation. And humans never refuse an invitation, especially from something older than the galaxy itself. ***.